Alright, so I flew this drone. Let's see how it works. Let me show you how it works. The first thing first is make sure that you connect the battery, and the second thing is you want to make sure that you turn on the Wi-Fi from your phone and connect your Wi-Fi to the drone. That's the first key step. And as a safety precaution, I'm going to mention this in video as I go along, is you make sure that you do connect to the GPS satellite and make sure that you do have more than 3 bars or so if you are flying outdoors. So as you can see, this drone is turned on. I'm trying to sync it on, and I like the app that I'll walk you through. So my Wi-Fi is already connected to the remote. Sorry about the blurriness, because for some reason my camera is not focusing, so I apologize for that. But yes, I am connected to the Wi-Fi. Now what we'll do is let me turn on the app and move along. So let's start from here. Alright folks, so we just turned on the device. I connected the Wi-Fi, and now we're going to start pairing this. So when you connect this on, you will see the lights are flashing. So what you got to do is you got to calibrate this. So I'm going to go in the app first. I've already connected the Wi-Fi to it, and now it's going to tell me to go up and down. When I go press the joystick up and down, you will see that the blinking will stop. So the blinking has stopped. That means that it's been calibrated. The remote has been connected to the drone. We go to next step. The next step is the horizontal calibration. So we'll click on that. It's going to automatically calibrate. You will see lights are flashing, and it's going to be fixed. Now third step is to do a proper that was level calibration. Now we're going to do horizontal calibration for that. So we're going to click on the guide to make sure that it does properly. So if we click on that, it's going to prompt us the options for that. So we got to start rotating it this way. So let's do that. I have to do 2 times. So that's done. Now we're going to do it the other way, is to rotate it this way. And then now this is basically, the drone has now been connected. You will see that I'm getting the video now. I'm going to move this a little bit backward, so at least we have a little more area to get an idea. Okay. Alright, so let's get this up and running. So you will notice that there are a few options that I would say. The first thing first is make sure that your GPS signal is up to the max. So for the GPS is pretty much over here. Let's see if this one picks up. So let's look into that. So I'm gonna change the stabilization. So you want to make sure that this GPS signal is always full before you're flying. Always, this is your GPS signal, this is your Wi-Fi connection to the drone, and this is your battery level. And then always if you're flying outdoors, you have to make sure your GPS signal is full. Right now, if I try to lift this off, it's not going to lift off because I'm not getting any GPS signal. So in order to do that, basically what I have to do is you gotta press here and press the lock button here to make sure that I can get this up and running. So if you see that, it's going to start. I have unlocked it and I'm on indoor model. Always before you fly, make sure you know how to do an emergency stop, which is basically pressing these two buttons on the back, and it will make the drone stop. So let's basically turn this on for a quick second. Okay, so it's asking me that my horizon. Okay, perfect. My horizon calibration was not done properly, so it kind of figured it out. Okay, so let's click on that, and it's searching for the GPS signal. I'm not in GPS mode, so let's take this off here and click on the lock thing. So now it's all paired, good to go. Let's look into that a little bit more into details. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm not gonna make this fly because it's not safe to do at home. And so there are multiple options you will notice over here. Let me first turn this off so we can hear this better. Like I said, this is the one way to turn it off, or you can press this to joysticks like this to turn it on. But it's not gonna turn on right now because I have to press the unlock key again to bypass the system. It's just a safety feature that they have, or you can press this to turn it off. So this is basically turn on the motor, turn off the motor. Once you're on GPS mode, you will see that happening. Coming to this option is inverted camera. You can basically make the camera go upside down, and like you said, we just saw that right now. The second option, it has 3D stereo. So what it is you're just watching into 3D frame. Not that much of a use. I personally haven't used it, but people have. Don't know much on that specific piece, so I will just shut that off for a second. Third one is your waypoint. So when you're going on GPS, you can select the waypoint and define where you want your drone to fly. Always make sure your GPS signal is more than 3 lattices or so, otherwise it's not gonna work and it won't let you fly. And you always want to be safe, right? And GPS follow is, once you have that enabled, you want to make sure it basically follows you. So you might have seen my video before that tells you it was following me myself for 30 seconds. I recorded the video for that. Coming to the surrounding one, I'm pretty sure it's basically lets you orbit around within your object, so it just goes in circle. I haven't played much with that feature, but that's pretty much my guess, and I'll double check and put in my comments once I find that out. Coming to gesture control, what that does is if you're recording a video, you put your finger and it takes a picture for you. Lock feature, we just did that right now. It just lets you unlock when you don't have any GPS signal, lets you fly with that. Touch joystick is, you can make this like a joystick, which we don't want. I don't want that, so I'm just basically showing you if and both the sticks. So let's move that joystick off, and then now coming to find your drone. If you've lost your drone, that's what it's for. Speed gear is to change speed. There are 2 different speeds. You can either change from here, or if you don't want to use that, there is one more option on the side here, and you will hear the beep. This is 2 beeps. This is the third beep, means the third 3 speed, highest speed, and this is going to be the first, the slow speed. So 1 beep, 2 beep, second speed, 3 speed is speed 3. That being said, and then this is to take pictures and stuff. So what I like about that is once you get the GPS signal, you can even click on this. So now it will let you land on its own once it finds a signal. Coming to the few buttons over here. So this is basically going on headless mode. This is your joystick. This is to turn on power. This one is to auto takeoff and auto land. Make sure that you have GPS signal. This is to turn GPS on and off. So right now I've turned it off because I'm indoors. It's not going to get signal, and that's why it won't let me fly on my own. So you want to make sure when you're outdoors, turn this on. And this is to return home. So let's say you're flying your drone, you want it to come back. It will come back. What I like about that is especially what's going to happen is when you ever press that, it's going to go a little bit. Let's say if you're riding at a lower altitude, it's going to go up in the air, find the coordinates, and come back to you. So don't panic. Once again, I would really address it. Make sure that you're trying in an open area where there's less people, less wind. Get your hands cleared out, and that's when you want to test the drone. Don't go in an open like a busy area, you do not want to do that, because once it's in the air and you don't know how to control it, it can go anywhere, hit somebody. So let's be safe and practice that. That being said, on the screens you have further more options. So this is for the changing the video or the camera. This is to take a picture. So this is to record a video. Media gallery, and then what you can also do over here is you can even change the specific theme. So let's say you want to change this to a different background or like a different vibrant color, you can do that. I haven't played much with it, so I personally prefer using the regular one. That's me, so I'm just gonna go stick to original. That's my style. And then here you can take it's basically, if you want to zoom in further, you can. And then this will tell you your flight details of how much you have flown, whatnot. So I've flown this drone a couple of times, and after playing that, I'm doing my review for that. And this is log button, auto takeoff, auto land, and this is your compass when it's flying though. Right now, because I'm on GPS, it's not gonna let me show you my exact location. And that's pretty much about it from my end. If any questions, feel free to comment. Thanks for watching.